So let's talk about some next steps to your SEO campaign. There are a lot of things that we've taken care of on your site, but you know what? There are some other things that will really help you move higher in the search engines. One of those is creating great content. People will come to your site and link to it and really have a much better experience and probably engage with you if you have terrific content on your site. Now, a lot of people kind of run into that writer's block, or they think to themselves, you know what, I'm not the kind of person who can be so consistent that I can sit down day after day and write a piece of content. And that's why I think one of the key SEO modules out there in the Drupal community is the scheduler module. And if you're under the page content tab on the SEO checklist, we've got the scheduler module right there. I'm not going to demonstrate how to use it, but it's very straightforward and simple. What it does is it gives you a date field where you can tell Drupal when you want that node to go live. So you can sit down on a Monday morning and write 6 or 8 posts for your site and then schedule them to come out throughout the week. And that's what I do. That when I blog, I don't write my blog every single day. I write them all at one time and then schedule them to come out. And I may go back in and tweak it if something newsworthy or timely happens. But for the most part, I set aside some time, do all my content creation at once, and then use the scheduler module to make it look like I'm updating my site much more often than I really am. There are other tools out there. There's actually a paid service called Zemanta that helps you to blog smarter. Basically what it does is it helps you take a kind of a plain text node that you've written, and there's a module on Drupal.org that integrates into your site, and then it helps you to drag and drop images and links to different things and make your blog posts much, much more interesting and interactive. It is a paid service, but it really makes blogging a lot of fun, and I recommend that you check that out. Also, one of the key elements of an SEO campaign is generating links. And I know links can be kind of a problematic area for SEO. We've all received emails asking us to trade links or comment spam with links embedded. And, you know, I hate when people come to my site and comment spam. And that's why, you know, at Veloci, we don't do that. That's not a good way to generate links. Be a good person in your community. And don't do things that, to me, are tantamount to spray painting on the side of somebody's house. If you want to generate links, do it by attracting people to your site with fantastic content. And be creative on how you create that content and come up with those ideas. One site that I've found that is a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but I really like it a lot. It's called Linkbait Generator, and what it does is it comes up with automatically ideas for articles that you can write about. Now, I don't know that I would take any one of these ideas right out of this site and go write that article, but it gets my creative juices flowing. So the top 7 most embarrassing videos of all time, and you can click the generate button, and 15 must-see websites about Ed Hardy clothing, or 8 reasons to love conservatives. So, or you can even put in your own, like I'm going to drop in here Lullabot and see what happens. 8 things Lullabot has in common with Satan. Who wouldn't read that article, right? So, like I said, I don't know that I would just take that and go write an article about it, but certainly I would use this to get the juices flowing. 5 amazing things you probably didn't know about Lullabot. That is interesting to me. I would go read that. So this is just a tool to use to help with that. One of the ways that you can fight that evil comment spam is a product called Mollum, and this is a product that was, it's a company that was founded by Dries Boytart, who's also the founder of Drupal, and what it does is it helps you to keep comment spammers off of your site. It actually has a database of commonly used comment spam, and when somebody enters a comment on your site, it checks the database to see if it looks like this might be spam, and if it is, it throws up a block on that spam and makes the person enter in one of those key combinations called a CAPTCHA, you know, where you have like the letters and numbers and the lines running through it and all that stuff, and if the person doesn't enter it properly, it doesn't publish the comment. And then, of course, there are human beings who are sitting there putting those comment spams on your site, so if if the comment does get past the CAPTCHA, then it's your responsibility as the webmaster or owner of the site to go in and delete those. But Mollem also gives you a way to report any spam that does get through back to the Mollem server. And the more people that use Mollem and the more you use Mollem, the better it gets at capturing and preventing comment spam. So look into Mollem, and of course there is a Mollem module for Drupal. A great tool that I found recently to help me find and delete the spam that gets through the Mollem filter on my Drupal site is an iPhone app called Drupad. I'm a huge iPhone fan. I use my iPhone, have it with me at all times. But now with Drupad, I can open up my Drupal site right on my iPhone, get into the admin screens, see what comments have been posted to my site, not only delete them, but report them to Mollem. And so it makes it very quick and easy now. When I have a minute to spare, I'm waiting in line somewhere, or what have you, I can go into my Drupad app and kind of take care of some of those things on my website. And it doesn't just do comment spam, it has a whole number of other things that you can do on your Drupal site through the Drupad app, and you can set up multiple sites. So if you have a whole bunch of Drupal sites, you can put them all into Drupad and just sit there and go through them all and do these great things right from your iPhone. So you should check it out. Another thing that I really recommend is that you take a look at a product that's another one from Google and it's free, and it's called Google Website Optimizer, or GWO. Google Website Optimizer is a tool that helps you do A/B testing on your site. And what A/B testing is you know, if you have a website and it's working pretty well, maybe you change one little element on that site, and so over here you have the original, and then you change that one little element, and you go back and forth, and visitor A shows this, visitor B shows this one, visitor C shows this, back and forth, and you see which one has a better conversion rate. And the one that has the better conversion rate, you make that your primary website, and then you may go and test a different element on the page. But it's complicated and difficult to do this on your own, so there's this free tool, Google Website Optimizer, that integrates very well into Drupal using the Google Website Optimizer module. What else? And this module helps you set up A/B tests and run them on your site, and then Google Website Optimizer will show you statistical relevance of the A/B test and help you make the decision on when you've run enough visitors through your site to know, hey, this is the right way that I should be doing my site. And, you know, you can test things like the size of your button, how big your phone number is, even the color scheme of your site, all have a relevance and will make people either do what you want them to do or not do what you want them to do. So test out all those different elements of your website is a fantastic next step to your SEO campaign. Black hat search engine optimization is a method of tricking the search engines into showing your site higher than it really ought to be. And this is heavily, heavily frowned upon by Google and all of the other search engines. And in fact, if they catch you doing black hat techniques on your site, they will ban you from their search indexes. The thing to remember, though, is that they may not necessarily catch you, and you may get away with using black hat techniques for a while, but it's usually your competitors who find you using those black hat techniques, and then they report you to Google. There's actually a page on Google's site where you can go and report your competitors for doing black hat practices. So don't do anything that you think is in any way trying to trick the search engines. Be very clear, use text that's in the clear. Don't put white text on a white background. That is just so forbidden. Don't stuff the same keyword into your site 150 times trying to get up to the top of the search engines. It just doesn't work. Do not buy links. Do not pay people to blog about you. These are all things that Google can detect, and they will ban you from the search engine if you do them. If you're curious about, a technique, if you think it might be black hat, it probably is. But Google it. Go type it into the search engine. Go look at Google's webmaster pages. They have a whole section of pages that'll help you to find these techniques and determine if they're safe or if they're not. There's another website that you should check out called mattcutts.com, MATTCUTTS.com, and he is Google's head of search engine spam prevention, and he is often posting things that he finds and giving suggestions to people about the techniques that they're using and if they're black hat or not. So pay attention to that. But really, what you should understand from all this is that SEO is an ongoing thing. You can't just go to your site, spend a few hours, go through this video and do everything on here and expect that that's all you ever have to do to get your site to the top of the search engines. SEO is evolving. Things change all the time. Pay attention to the different websites that talk about SEO. Veloci.com, we post information weekly about things that have been updated and changed in SEO. Go to Drupal.org, and there's a group on Drupal.org called Search Engine Optimization, and in that group we talk about different things that are happening in the SEO world and how that affects Drupal websites. Keep yourself educated on all those things. And remember, you've got to continuously pour effort into attracting people to your site, attracting links to your site, and making your site function better and better and better. SEO is a journey, it's not a destination.